Okay, so I had a request to delve into the love life of Stephen Miller because he doesn't seem to be the most outgoing and charming person you've ever seen. And first, does he have a mental illness of some sort? He has a illness of some sort. Now, mental illness for me, because this just fell out, is the Four of Swords. That's my card for disease, this one. So, I guess a horrible personality could be a disease. But he just doesn't seem to be the most outgoing person in the world. So, I mean, he's still a dude, so, you know, there has to be some sort of somebody that interests him. And he is a person who has a position in the world, so that's appealing to some people. So let's take a look. Stephen Miller's love life. And I am going to refrain from cracking up no matter what it shows. I will not lose my self-control. The Star. By coincidence, before I even get into all this is called the Gay Tarot. This is by coincidence. I didn't choose this to do this. The Gay Tarot. So this is the Star is his first card. That's the hope, and I'm really getting, now it's strong. He does have a mental illness, because another person who left it in the comments, I forgot your name, asked if he had Asperger's, and I didn't want to ask that in a reading because it seems like that was going to be like judgmental or, what's the word? Like, I didn't want to put a stigma on people who have Asperger's, comparing them to Stephen Miller, whatever the word is. It slips my mind. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so I didn't want to, stigmatize people who do have Asperger's as you're like Stephen Miller. So, but he has, I'm getting this really, really strong right now that he has a mental illness. So, there's the Star. Yeah, there it is. The Tower. This is Revelation. So here's your healing card crossed by the disaster card. He has a mental illness. But it's severe. Reason why I didn't get the Four of Swords, because the Four of Swords is my mental illness card. The reason I didn't get that is because that's usually just something where you can go get you some therapy or some medication. This is severe. Like he has something in his heart that is also not right. Which I'd say there's no feeling in the heart, it's all in the brain, so mental illness. Six of Wands. There is a certain amount of publicity and power that also drives him. Notice we haven't said anything about love yet. I mean, we're only 3 cards in, we got 7 to go, but still. He's more impassioned with position and rank right now. Power. The Page of Cups. So something in his childhood is not right, therefore something in his adulthood is completely wrong. 3 of Coins. And the 6 of Cups. So it's all about the past. Both of these. This one told me past when I drew it, and this one is the past card. This is the nostalgia card. So something in his past is not right, therefore something in his adulthood is completely wrong. The fear is the joy. Happiness. Why is happiness in the fear? Because he didn't have any. Beyond judgment. So the Judgment card is in his environment. So something from the past, yet again. Judgment is about a rebirth, a resurrection. So the past. Three of Cups. And notice, I didn't tell you what the Three of Pentacles meant because I figured I was going to draw another card that depicted a child and a parent. So we got it. We got the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. The Three of Pentacles is a card of money, sometimes secret money, but apprentice level, so young. And the Three of Cups is a celebration. That's in the hopes, but... And then the World. None of this said love. That's what he's in love with right now. So, since his past is screwed up, let's see if we can go a little further. So, you may stop watching now. It is completely okay. But I want to do his romantic life. Is he completely just alone, or does he have some sort of little office aide somewhere, or aides somewhere? You got a couple, 2, 3 of them. Somebody's got to like him, right? Somebody married, was it man Jeffrey Dahmer? So surely somebody likes Stephen Miller. He's got a regular job. He's got position. He's been on TV, so he's famous, right? I mean, he looks like, you know, I say it again, like he skins squirrels and puts them in his basement. And I say that as a joke, but I bet you it's true. You wait till they make a squirrel deck and I'm buying it. So, his romantic life. This is the Queen. You know what? Let's do this. Let's not do it this way. Since all of these in this deck depict men, I won't do it that way. Because it kind of is, because that was the Queen of Cups, the card that I just drew, but it's a man on the card. Because it's technically called the Guide of Cups. And I just got 3 new decks, so let's use that. Let's use that one. It's red. Stephen Miller's romantic life. So maybe there's a Queen of Cups out there that ran far, far away. Or is he married? Maybe he's married. Let's look at him. I don't know. He could be secretly married. You know, some lovely girl named Gretchen. Stephen and Gretchen Miller. I look up Stephen Miller Wikipedia. The first thing that pops up is Uncle David Glosser. Not parents, not other kinfolk. David Glosser. He's 33. He looks nuts. I swear. You just see it in his face. If I could move like the Flash, I bet I could kill everybody in here. You just know. So, family. His mother's ancestor. I don't care about his ancestors right now. We're talking about it right now. We know. She only spoke Yiddish. I get it. That's all they got. Career. References. External links. Media appearances. No wife, no kids, no nothing, huh? Okay. So, Stephen Miller. Romantic life. Stephen Miller. Because it's got to be somebody, right? Now, if we see the Lover's card crossed by the Money card, then we'll just leave that at that. Draw your own conclusions. If you don't get it, ask somebody other than me. It's almost legal. So, Stephen Miller's romantic life. Nine of Cups. That's my drunken card. Ooh. The Tower. Okay. The Fool. Yeah. Okay. The Hermit, of course. There she is again. Queen of Cups. Ten of Cups. King of Rods. King of Cups. The Hierophant. Eight of Rods. Stephen Miller is a it wasn't the Devil card, so it's not an addiction, but I guess you could, I don't know if you want to call it that or not. No, it didn't come up, so what's on the bottom? If the Devil card's on the bottom, I'm ending the reading immediately. What is that? I took my glasses off. That's the two of something. So, okay. So, okay. There is, okay. So Stephen Miller has like little parties. I'll say that. And they are destructive to some. They are destructive to some. Some are his age and under and over also. She is older than him, or around the same, like 36, 37. So, but yeah. There's a few people there, and somebody you wouldn't expect. There he is. Somebody from his family is there too. I don't know if they know they're related, but they are. So, the Fool, the Queen of something, and the King of Rods, Queen of Cups, the King of Rods, the King of Cups, the Hermit, and the Hierophant all walk into a bar, and Stephen Miller shows them to his room. So he has these little parties, because here's the indulgence, but it's overindulgence. The Three of Cups can be indulgence. This is overindulgence, which just not necessarily means addiction. It just means there's a lot going on. And then there is the Tower. The Tower is usually an abrupt end to something or something destructive. But so when I first drew this card, this is why I say you can stop watching at any point. I was not necessarily drawn to the traditional meaning of the Tower. My mind went elsewhere. Just look at the picture long enough and you can see what I'm talking about. So, we have the overindulgence and the Tower. So he has these little parties. This is him. He is alone. He stays alone. He enjoys his own company, if you get what I'm saying. So he stays alone, but when he has his little parties, he invites, this is the person of tradition. This is the person he knows. I don't know if they're in his family. I'll take that back, but yes, they are. Okay, fine. Somebody is in his family. I don't know if they're just there to referee or film it, or I don't know, but then there is a guy here. He is a little more on the feminine side than others. There is a guy here. He is younger. Even though he's the king of rods, he is younger than, well, he maybe just looks younger than expected. He's got the good look type of thing. He's got the dark hair and that whole bit. Then there is a woman in the midst of all those men. This is not the best of plans, thus the destructiveness and the fool, but to each his own. This happens a lot. Well, a lot, relatively speaking, and then it's all in agreement, so there's no rape or anything, or nobody's been tied up against their will or nothing, because this is a harmony card, so that's just how they get down. So you do you, boo. You do you. So he has parties where he and some of his friends, because he ain't got no damn friends, they all come over and, yeah, the end. Bye-bye.